Hi everybody, welcome along to another DC Network tutorial. This time I'm going to be looking at stable gambles. Currently 20th of July 2026 at 1:50 in the afternoon. So I'm expecting this page to be pretty busy. I mean, seeing it on a Saturday is insane, but seeing it today will be very interesting. I haven't had a look at it just yet. But we're going to get stuck into the stable gamble page. As you can see, it's on the basic view as well, and it's on the pro terminal view. So if you just stick on the pro terminal view for now and click over to stable gambles once you're logged in, this will give you a link to the live market center because they do coexist a little bit. If you're a logged out member, you will get to see the top 5 moves for the yard, because I think this is a real sort of revolutionary way of looking at sort of stable gambles and sort of like your steamers and drifters that you get generically across most racing sites. Okay, it's not giving you enough information. Yes, well done, this horse has moved from 8 to 1 into 4 to 1, but what does it mean? They can't tell you any more than that. The only place you can find that out is on dcnetwork.co.uk. So let's have a look at this. Let's start with the top 5 moves. Obviously logged in members will not see the search bar there, but let's go down and look at the top runner here. So this is Lemos de Souza. He's had one supported runner today on the cards. Historically, this stable supports multiple runners frequently, while blind backing has not been profitable to SP minus 1.2. These gambles produce a reliable 50% strike rate. Once support exceeds 15 probability points, and should be used as a shortlist rather than a standalone betting system. Here on the left-hand side, you've got the stable activity profile. So historical trainer days, 67. Average runners per day, 1.2. Average supported runners, 0.5. When 2+ runners are backed, 66.7% of days have produced a winner. So we look down here. Over here, we have our historical gamble performance matrix. Okay, so this is telling you now between open price, which ours is midnight. We ignore the evening before. Ours is midnight, so between open price and 1 p.m, if his horses have been backed 5 pp or more, they've had 15 bets, 4 wins, 26% strike rate, and a profit and loss at 1 p.m. of plus 2.8 and an SP of plus 3.8. So if they've been backed in the same time window, open to 1 p.m. at 10 pp or more, he's had 5 runners do that, 2 wins, a 40% strike rate, but not profitable to back blindly. This is just their really sort of your profit and loss 1 p.m. and SP, really, just to give you an insight into sort of, if you did back them all blindly. But we're not don't back all these horses sort of blindly. You tend to like look at them as individuals on the day. Obviously this is an extremely short horse, priced horse. He's 1.14, so maybe this is not the best example, but I'm just trying to give you the insight into the table here. At 15 pp or more, 2 runners, 1 winner, 50% strike rate, and the same 20 pp or more. Today this horse has moved 32.2 pp. You can also click this button and it will say this horse has been backed like this 2 times previously in its career, finished 16th and 2nd. The strongest performances have come at 15 pp or more. So that's just that move there. Then we move down to John McConnell. This stable exhibits a poor historical conversion rates across all probability move bands under this configuration, losing 12 units to SP. Today's metrics indicate low execution confidence. So he's got a horse called Masego today, running at Ballinrobe in the 740. It opened at 4.0. It touched 2.10. Its current live is 2.2. It's a move of 20 pp, so it's over the 20 pp bracket, and this happened obviously sort of this morning. He's had 1 runner do it before, they didn't win. You can also click what happens between open and SP. Again, 21 runner, not done it. 1 p.m. and 2 SP. So if the gamble starts after 1 p.m, you can see the different sort of results as well. Only 7.7% of days have produced a winner when 2 of his runners are backed. So it's not really a yard you want to be focusing on too much. This is a little bit different though for Mickey Bowen. Course match gamble detected. This stable has historically pulled off successful market gamble at Cartmel. Historically, this stable supports multiple runners frequently by blind backing has not been profitable, minus 15.2%. The gambles produce a 50% strike rate above 15 pp, which would have been 20. Today he's got a runner Star Gem, moved 19.8 PP. If that moves into the 20 bracket, he's got a 50% stroke rate. This horse, when horse has been backed like this, today's move 19 exceeds the horse's historical average winning move of 19. This horse has been backed like this 4 times previously in his career, finishing first, third, third. His strongest performance has come when backed by 15 PP or more. So everything looks set up for Stratagem to have a good run today in terms of how the stable gamble is developing. Everything looks in place with when this horse has specifically been backed, how the stable do with these sort of horses that have been backed at this sort of time. And one thing that people are going to say when it comes to this sort of thing is, well, you're just seeing the gamble, all the value has gone in the price. Well, I would argue that maybe that's the case, maybe it's not the case, but we've never really known before. So what I've done is I've created something so we can have a look at whether or not the value of the price has gone. So we take the open price, which is of Stratagem, which is 3.25, and we take the move, which is 19.22. If we then go up to our exhaustion guide and click there, we look at the price bracket where the horse opened, which was in the 3.0 range, and then we look at how far it's moved, which is 19.2 points, which is 15 plus. So 48% runners have. So if you hover over it, percentage of horses that have continued to shorten by at least another 1 probability point. 48% of the time they continued to move 2 PP points. 40% of the time they still continue to move 3 PP. 31% of the time they still continue to move, and then I suppose it drops off. So you're looking, there's probably still even a little bit of money in that gamble there. So if you're moving into sort of brackets of like under sort of 20%, that you could flip that and say, well, 80% of the time there's nothing left. So I would always try and be looking at sort of that 45 to 50% to see if there is a bit of value left in the price potentially. Again, you can go through this. This is just showing the top 5, but we've obviously got show all meetings. Flashing borders indicate when a yard has got 2 plus runners with a serious gamble. The flashing borders on the live terminal will just show you when the gamble is serious enough. You could type any runner in here and it will just, or any horse, any track, any trainer into this. So if we type in Cartmel today, it'll give you all the Cartmel trainers. James Moffat here, he's got 2 runners, 9.6, 3.3. Mickey Bowen's got 1. So yeah, these are all the horses that are really being well supported at Cartmel today. If you want to go and have a look at Beverly, so we've got Beverly. Have I spelled Beverly right there? Yeah, Beverly. You've got Tim Easterby's got 1 at Ayr that's being backed, and 1 at Beverly that's being backed. 2 at Beverly. 4 Alan Brown been backed just very minimally. Ruth Carr's got a Copper and 5 who's being really well backed here. 19.2 PP. So yeah, look, you're getting a quick, easy look at the horses that have really been backed across the cards at different meetings. Not only that, you're getting serious context to what these gambles actually can mean. Sometimes you want to see you'll see a yard being trying to pull off a gamble, and the reality is that nothing really happens. Horses that have been backed 5 PP plus for Alan Brown is 6 bets, 1 wins, 16%. Is it that relevant? But obviously, the more data we get, the more this becomes more and more powerful. Every day, the DC network becomes more powerful, and time is very much on our side. I'm so passionate and excited about this. Honestly, I think you're going to love it. I think this is a real good weapon to have in your arsenal for when you're doing your form study, or when you're literally sitting there on a Saturday, for example, having a look for extra bets, or looking to potentially get out of bets, be quite worried. If you see a horse being really well backed against your horse, you jump on this stable gambles, you go and have a look and say, should I be worried? Because if it's an Alan Brown horse, for example, here, I know the obviously the size of the data for this trainer is very small, but you'd be like, I'm not that bothered about that. So it'll just give you a little bit of confidence, or it will send you the other way and say, right, I need to get out of this, or need to move my position in the market. to make sure that I cover this and I don't get stung by this. So there is so many reasons to use this Stable Gambles page. It is one of my favourite pages on the entire site, and I hope you enjoy it. Any questions, feel free to drop them down below, please, and do give us a shout. Until next time, everybody, be lucky.